Hey, Starbound's in the top sellers. Wonder if it came out. 1.0? Oh shit! I suppose I should make a review for it then. There, kiddo. This is me. And today, the game in question is Starbound, and it's 1.0 release. The game finally had its full release after spending a long time in early access. I've already played multiple hours of the 1.0 release, and I think I'm finally ready to write out my thoughts and opinions on why I think this is such a good game. Developed and published by Chucklefish Games, I believe that's what they call themselves, the game was one of the first Steam Early Access games, and it was so bare-boned when it launched in Early Access. It was crazy, slowly morphing into the full version of Starbound we know today. To be honest, I don't even know if the game would be finished if people didn't have hope for it. Anyways, in the full release, they finished the quote-unquote story mode. I mean, it isn't technically a story mode, but it's in the form of semi-optional quests. I'll get more on that later. Completing these quests will give you achievements most of the time, and these story quests are basically just a way to give people who aren't really into the whole survival thing, like myself, a thing to do while playing a survival game. These quests do have cutscenes every once in a while, but they are very limiting with the pixel art style they went with, and the cutscenes aren't very fancy in that case. Music is where this game gets set apart from every other game. It's very nice. It's an orchestral soundtrack with a very, for lack of a better word, spacey sound to it. It's very good, and the whole soundtrack is over, hang on a minute, what's this say? It's 6 hours long. 6. If you compare this to Terraria and Stardew Valley, they range from 1 hour up to 2 hours. I mean, 6 is just absurd. And I bring up Terraria and Stardew because of their good soundtracks, and Pickle Star, again, I'm just gonna say this, 6 hours long. And there are still many things left for me to do in the game, so I think I'm just gonna continue bringing up things that I have done, like the new prologue. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to see spoilers, skip to... Okay, continuing. The story is a very tropey story at the start. Your homeworld was destroyed by aliens, now you're a survivor and you have to survive. In being a survival game, you know you're gonna spend most of your time, come on guys, you know what I'm gonna say, you're gonna spend most of your time doing the quests. You're gonna be spending most of your time doing the quests. I don't know, the quests have this strange allure to them, and you just want to do them. I guess that's the best way I can explain it. I mean, again, about the story quests being necessary, one of them you need to do, even fix the thrusters on your ship. So if you don't have any interest in the story, then you can just do that one where you fix your thrusters and then stop doing the quests. I mean, the story has a lot of things for you to do. Go to a different planet, scan the object that glows green a few times, okay? Do a dungeon, scan more green objects, and then do another dungeon. Okay, maybe I haven't gotten the second orb yet, but I'm sure it's just going to be the same thing as the first orb. If you're confused about what I'm talking about, I don't have time to explain this to you. Anyways, it's probably just going to be the same thing over and over. Scan objects, talk to the old woman, get a new quest, go to the dungeon, beat the dungeon, get the orb, and repeat until you fight what I suppose will be the final boss. I'm sure I didn't need to flare that up. Doesn't matter if the story quests are repetitive. There are mods. Whoa, mods. And there's Steam Workshop. Whoa! And that's all I really have to say about mods. So overall, the gameplay is kind of generic. You go around and you dig and you craft and you dig and you craft. It's very survival-y. And it feels like it's trying to be Terraria with how many bosses it has, but don't think that they're directly competing with each other. Terraria and Starbound are completely different beasts. The music is amazing, relaxing, and just nice. It's definitely worth a purchase on the Steam stores. That's the only place to get the whole soundtrack. And the art is nothing amazing, but what they do with the pixels they give themselves is pretty amazing. That's kind of contradictory how I said the art isn't amazing and then what they do is amazing. Whatever. I'm talking about there's so many clothing options. There's so many clothing options, man. It's crazy. Anyways, my intense calculations have given me a 7.5 out of 10 for this game. I'm trying a new way to calculate my points so my scores will be a little more reasonable than constantly giving a game a 9 out of 10 like I used to. Anyways, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. This review's been all over the place. I'm so sorry. Hey, thanks for watching. I just want to say thanks again for watching. Thanks, thank you. I don't think I can say that enough for actually watching the thing the whole way through, because that means more than just clicking on it. Anyways, the two videos I'm going to leave you with here are my last video, of course, I don't know what that is, and my previous review about Starbreak. I feel like I'm gonna go back to that one in the future sometime, you know, when I have a better grip on how I'm going to do scores and when I'm a better review artist. I know that's not the term, but who cares? I don't. Anyways, thanks for watching again. I'll leave you go. B. Sorry, I meant to say B.